Hello, we are back with some live stream parkour knowledge. I'm going to bring to you today some challenges in balance and some regular warm-up that we are used to. So let's go ahead and get started. Stretch and let's go with our ankles and we'll work our way up. So circles with our ankles. It's a beautiful day. Switch to go with the other foot. Just circles with your toe pointed down. Pretty easy. And knees, hands on your knees, circles. And the other direction. Alright, a little bit of a wider stance and hands on your knees. Running towards each other. And away from each other. Alright, and now feet a little bit closer together, but shoulder width and hips. The other way. Alright, shoulders. You can go hands out like this. Little circles into bigger circles. Make sure you're reaching back and coming forward, just like that. And then we can go the other way. Starting small, getting a little bit bigger, pushing your shoulders back. And if your hands are flat like this, you should feel a lot of good stretch all the way through your fingertips. Alright, elbows. And the other way. And the other side. Hello. Miss you too, man. Miss the whole gym. Miss everybody. Miss bouncing on trampolines. All right. Wrists. Circles. Put your wrist in your other hand and rotate like this. Other direction. Other hand. Other way. All right. These are some good ones. Like this. And finishing up at the top with our head and neck, we're gonna lay our head over and relax our neck. Ear to shoulder, you can let your jaw relax. And switch. And chin down to your chest. And head back. All right, so I wanted to try a few different balancing challenges today, and I've got some things written down to follow. And the first one is pretty simple. You'd think it's easy, but it might not be. You're just gonna stand on one foot. You can pick, we'll do both, but you're gonna pick one foot, stand on it, and then close your eyes. balance for 5 seconds. All right, nice. We're through one foot. Pick up that other foot and eyes closed. Woo! It is a little harder than you think. All right, now what you're gonna do is with your eyes open, standing on one foot, you're gonna look as far as you can to your left, and as far as you can to your right. And you're gonna do that 5 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch feet, other side. We're balanced, looking as far to your right and left. 2, 3, 4, woo, 5. All right. Now we're gonna do the same thing basically, but up and down, looking as high as you can and as low as you can. Same thing, one foot. We're gonna do both sides. So stand, find your balance. You're going, oh, sun's in my eye. 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. So, what we're doing is same thing, balance on one foot, and now we're gonna do a whole head circle. All right, make sure you have a space that's safe for you to be trying this in because it will be tricky. One foot. Whoa. Just try to stand up tall while you're doing it too, that will probably help. 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should be with your eyes open. Other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is where it gets really hard because now we're doing eyes closed, balancing on one foot, head circle. I was getting the sun in my eyes here. I guess my eyes should be closed for this one, so that shouldn't be a problem. But one foot, balanced, eyes closed, and try your best to keep your balance and head circle. 1. Whew, that's tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that is harder than it looks, you guys. Try it with me. Other side, other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! So, a lot harder than it looks. Kind of fun. Helps you get back to being balanced and everything. I know we've probably been doing a lot of sitting around. So, that's a good one. All right, some other flexibility things and just balance challenges in a way. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your fingertips together and you're gonna step through the middle of your hands. Make sure you do not take your fingers apart. We're going through. This part's tricky, but get around, and then you want to finish with your hands just like this. And once we've made it to here, you can try to press your hands up really high on your back, get your shoulders back. Flexibility in your shoulders is a big help for all kinds of things in parkour, bar moves, vaults, all kinds of fun stuff. So from there, you're gonna let your hands drop back down, pull back, through, pull one foot through at a time, and we're back, baby. Boom. Good job, everybody. All right. Okay, so what we're gonna move to now is our basic quadrupedal warm-up. Pretty simple, and if you've done this before with us, then you know what to expect, but we're gonna start with plyo jumps, and that's gonna be both feet. We're gonna swing our arms. You're gonna make sure that when you land, you're bending your knees and you're keeping your heels off the ground. So it's all about making your legs into kind of a suspension system, if you will. You don't wanna land heavy with straight legs. You wanna be able to absorb that landing and bend your knees, bend your ankles, all that fun stuff. So just like this, swinging your arms, landing soft. It's a good indication that you're doing it right if it's really quiet. So trying to make that as soft as possible. Very nice. Okay. So once we get our plyos down, we move into our slap landing. Our slap landing is going to be to shift our weight from being over our legs to over our hands, and making sure that our back is flat and that our feet are behind us. So all put together from a plyo jump, we're gonna go big swing and land. Hop your feet in and go again. Swing, land. Do a couple more. Make sure that you're leaning forward. If you notice that you're still bending your knees down all the way, then you want to make sure instead of putting your hands right down in front of you, that you reach out a little bit farther. So here we go. Swing, land, move out. Swing, jump, land, move out. All right, people. So moving from our slap landing into our safety roll is going to be our next piece. But before we go straight into slap land safety roll, let's just break down the safety roll and make sure we're doing it right. So, foot in front, gonna use both hands on the same level, on the same line as your foot, and then you tuck your chin, roll over to the back of your shoulder, and if you stay in a ball, meaning pull your legs close to you, don't let them go, you'll be able to roll back into the same position over there. So, hands down, head under. And I might have rolled out of frame right there, so I'll do another one here. One thing that's really important about the safety roll is that you make your legs like a figure four, so that as you're sitting up, you have this leg to help you stand up, and it's a little bit easier than just pulling both of your heels in. So, one more time, I'm gonna back up a little bit so that I stay in frame, and you can see my leg here. That's how it should be. All right, so once you've gotten your safety roll down and it feels good and you're landing with your figure four, we're gonna jump into our plyo slap land safety roll, which of course, with anything in parkour, we're worried about flow. We're not worried about it, we're just trying to make it happen. So again, plyo slap land safety roll with flow. And I know I'm just rolling right through the frame, so I'm going to back up a little bit so that my safety roll happens in the frame. And if you can tell, that leg really does a lot to help me stand up. A couple more. All right, guys. Very nice. So now we will revisit the position that we land in from our slap landing, which is our cat crawl position. We're gonna have a flat back and have our hips low. Make sure you're not shaking back and forth. Something you don't wanna do is just be walking like this. You wanna have a lot more steady control, right? It's okay to take smaller steps so that you keep your shape right. So let's get that going. We have forwards moving cat crawls and reverse cat crawls, which is going backwards. So let's knock it out. Low and flat, making sure you're not shaking your hips. All right, so we've gotten some of our forwards and backwards moving, and now we're gonna work on our left to right movements. We're gonna start really simple, just getting low, putting our hands next to us and then hopping our feet to the other side of our hands. And that should be pretty simple if you just put both hands next to yourself and then with one good swing, make your feet go to the other side. All right, so from this little move, we can make it a little bit bigger, a little flashier, makes it kind of feel cooler to be able to stand up. Make your legs go a little bit wider. Now we're leaning over onto this leg, or it depends on which way you're going, but either right or left leg is up in the air. Hands go down and switch. And it's really fun to get these all happening in a row. So I'm going to start over here and work my way across the screen. Super fun. Ape gates, kind of swinging with those tall legs. Okie dokie. All right. So now we're going to move into some tri-pedal stuff. Tri-pedal is more focused on having either both feet in one hand or both hands in one foot. And if you have done this tripod before, then you're on your way to learning handstands. Handstands are super fun. So let's go ahead and get that started. We're going to start with tripod, which is both hands and only one foot. Your back leg that's in the air should be completely straight. And we're going to switch legs. So now opposite side, other leg is up, both hands still. Make sure you're kicking your back leg up. This whole process happens from kicking up and then kicking in. So one kick goes back, and as you're coming back down, you want to kick in between your two hands. And that is tripod. So pretty simple, pretty fun, good workout. And we're going to move on to doing other tripedal, which is one hand, both feet. It's important for this one that when you're reaching out with your hand, that it's exactly that you're only reaching with your hand and then you're only hopping with your feet. And if you can take those in 2 steps, it'll work great. So let's start with our right arm. And now we're switching to the left. All right. So, a lot of good work there. Tripods and 3-leg dogs, making sure that we're taking our time and separating out our arm motion from the hop forward that we're going to do. All right. So something that I wanted to go over with you guys is a break fall, which is basically if you trip and fall and let's say you're rolling backwards, one thing you don't want to do is just roll over your head. So what we're going to do, put our arms up in a circle around our head, but also press back. And if your arms are pressing back, you're gonna stop the ground from being able to manage anything happening to your neck. So I'm gonna get over here and show you some sideways lines of that, and you are welcome to try it with me while I go. So if I'm falling backwards, I want to make sure and stop the ground from being able to roll over my neck. Without my arms there, if I just kept rolling, that wouldn't be very good. So arms going back is really what's going to protect you. Just like that. And it's a really good practice to be able to do your hands up, stand up as well. So sit, roll, stop the ground, and stand up. All right. Now we went over safety roll in a forwards way, and now I want to go over safety roll in a backwards way, which is pretty simple. It's kind of like a candlestick or like what we were just doing, but when you get up to that point where your feet are above you, you're going to allow for your legs to go around one side. Now, whatever side you choose to make your legs go over, you want to open that side by having your head kind of move to the other way. So if I'm going to go over my right shoulder, I'm going to get my head out of the way. I'm going to put my arm back on the ground, and I'm going to let my legs go over that same side. So just like this. Sit, roll, we're back. I'm going to press my arm down here, open this side, and you can roll right over without having any pressure on your head or on your neck. So really, really important if you ever do have a roll going backwards that you want to save and make sure that you're going to be safe doing it. Going to be to hold that arm out, open the space with your head, press, and have your legs go over that side. Get some more going. Sit, roll. Here we go. My legs are already going over the side. My hands going back. And I didn't have any contact with my head on the ground. All right. So just like with anything, we want to try it on both sides. So I'm going to sit, roll. Now I'm going onto this side, so my legs are going up, and I'm pushing. Again, avoiding any contact with my head. And your hand can come in and help that too. So, sit, roll, diagonal, push with that shoulder, boom. So, forwards and backwards safety rolls can be done together, and it's pretty fun. Rolling forward and backward, forward and backward. And then we can switch and try opposite roll to opposite backward. Roll and roll. Again, you should make sure that your head has nothing to do with that. We don't want any pressure on our head or our neck. Okay, so I also wanted to go over some strength things. One of them being, it's kind of like a plank, but I'm gonna call it a star plank because you're gonna go from basically a push-up position and nice and slow with good balance, you're gonna raise one arm and one leg on the same side. So it should be activating a lot of muscles down your core. So I'm going to start like this. You're going to have your body flat, your feet back. What you're going to do is shift your weight, turn your foot sideways, and open up just like this for a star plank. Let's hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for our other side, remember you're going to turn your foot flat on its side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And again, this is a great position just to hold. Make sure you're active in your core and get that nice core strength ready to get back in the gym. So, yes, star planks. Star planks are good. Some more quadrupedal movement that works your core are gator crawls. Gator crawls are super fun, pretty easy to understand. If you just stand here, arm out, knee up, make one side really long, and then switch, and switch. And you're gonna be doing this while you crawl. So find a spot, have one side that's reaching really long, and one side that's short with your knee and elbow touching, and then in one big move, you've switched. So now you have a long side, and your short side elbow is touching the knee. And again. And again. And we can go backwards. So those are gators. If you really want to challenge yourself, there's something that I call lava gator, which is the same idea, but you're gonna hop and switch. So instead of doing a nice, easy, slow step, you just push and switch. So just like this, we've got our short side and our long side. Our body should be pretty flat and low. And 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. Woo! All right. So if you're following along, hopefully you are getting a workout like I am. This stuff is super fun. I'm happy to have gotten to go over break falls. Break falls and backward safety rolls are super fun, and definitely keeps your body warmed up and moving. I'm gonna revisit this one fun little move before we sign off for today, and I've heard it called a machine, and a good way to think about it is if you had a hula hoop, and let's say you turn that hula hoop up and spun it around. As it starts to slow down, eventually it just starts to wobble, 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 and then it lays flat. Well, what we're gonna try to do is capture that same motion, that same movement, but just with our hands and our feet. So it's kind of a pattern, and once you get the hang of it, it's really kind of fun. It's a good workout, and you can try to going around clockwise and counterclockwise. And I'm gonna start first going counterclockwise. So I'm gonna place my right hand down and then my left hand. And when I do that, it's gonna feel similar to our ape gait where we pick our feet up. So I'm gonna go, while I'm lifting this leg, my right hand goes down. And then when I put my left hand down, I'm gonna lift my right leg and my left foot goes back down. And then my right hand. Very nice. Okay, same idea. Left first. As I put my left down, I'm gonna pick my right leg up, and then right hand left foot. Woo! All right, guys. Hope you guys got a little workout in with me. Stay active, stay safe out there. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and can't wait for you guys to tune in on the next one. Thank you guys so much. See ya.